Today we talk about Deep Space Nine Paradise after this. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and I have a little problem with this episode. Paradise looks very much like, The Way to Eden, the one where Captain Tracy gets stranded on a planet where there's disease, where nobody can leave, things like this. And first of all that O'Brien and Sisko are going to get off. So the question goes to what's causing the problem? And that, too, was given away fairly early when we have this leader who has written paper books about her philosophy on simple living and a sense of community and things such as this. Sisko starts figuring it out. O'Brien, from the time that they're down on the surface, figures that there is some kind of energy field coming from somewhere, and it's not coming from any natural phenomenon. And we know who probably did it. We know who seems to be the only one that was ready for this with printed books, who never ate replicated food. You can pretty much guess how it's all going to end up, and early in the episode, you know who it's all about. And of course, any perfect society always has its problems with the absolute authority, where everybody agrees that somebody should be locked into a hot box for a day or so for stealing a candle or wasting time. And all of this through the power of one person that has the philosophy on her side. So I'm a little disappointed in all of this. It does not really lead us with any kind of lesson other than absolute power corrupts absolutely. We see that the person is not really that bad a person. She just had such a strong belief that she was willing to let people die for it. And while most of the rest of the community seems to be in agreement with her for the most part, with the exception of a few small things, the whole idea that someone could be hoodwinked into a sort of paradise also does not seem to be quite right either. Maybe this community will decide to stay together, but perhaps they'll make their work a little easier by using technology. They do at least make some kind of lip service to that. But I find that the whole thing is a little too contrived, especially for a Deep Space Nine episode. The only thing that I get out of this that I thought was interesting was that Miles O'Brien was not originally an engineer when he became part of Starfleet. He was an enlisted guy. He was on the front lines in the Cardassian War, and found that an emergency transporter to get them out of a battle zone was malfunctioning, and it was either get captured by the Cardassians or get the thing fixed. And he somehow, through intuition, was able to get this transporter fixed without knowing the difference between a transporter and a turbolift, as he said. And while we should say that necessity is the mother of invention, I think that says a lot about O'Brien, that he had certain innate talents that were found out at a very stressful time, and that came in handy in this episode as well. So with the exception of that, we don't see anybody else on Deep Space Nine except for Dax and Kira, and everybody else was off that week, I suppose, while we have this situation where O'Brien and Sisko are trapped. We see that Sisko is willing to be the loyal leader and take the punishment for his own charge. But at the same time, we see also that he is not willing to give an inch to give up, to say, okay, we'll join this paradise and forget about Starfleet. Obviously, that's not going to happen. His training and his own discipline, we're not going to allow that, even if you don't take into account the fact that the show has to come back next week. So I suppose we can see some of Sisko's character. I suppose we can see some of O'Brien's ingenuity. And I suppose that's it. So in a collection of great episodes, this is not so great. I'd like to know what you think about it. Please put it in the comments below. And, of course, if you have not subscribed, please do so. We'd be happy to hear from you, and we answer as many as we can. Tomorrow we have another episode of the original series to review, and then we'll be back on Friday with yet another Babylon 5 episode. So, until then, thank you for watching, and don't go far.